We begin tonight with a bizarre case between State Treasurer Andy Dillon and his ex-wife. Dillon, as you know, played a key role in selecting Detroit's emergency manager.
Now here's what's going on. Dillon's ex-wife accused him of assaulting her, but just a few hours ago, the prosecutor decided not to charge him. Tonight, Carol Dillon is talking only to Action News about this ruling.
7 Action News reporter Jim Kirshner is in Redford right now, where he's digging deep to show us what led up to the prosecutor's decision. So, Jim, what have you found out?
One of the officials on this case calls it toxic. That's because both sides in these documents are hurling allegations at each other. These happened just last month, and tonight Carol Dillon tells me she got the call about the decision from the prosecutor this afternoon.
They were not going to press charges on Andy because my injuries were not severe enough to seek medical attention. She looked at everything that happened. She said it would be very difficult to prove him.
A spokesperson for Prosecutor Kim Worthy says that's not correct. The case had insufficient evidence. Carol Dillon outlined her allegations in this court petition for a personal protection order. On July 14th, pulled into drive to find a towing service braking my car. Andy called AAA to get into car. He also had been in my house illegally. The same day, spoke with Sergeant Cox at the police station. Assault on my person. Called 911. The day before, July 13th, he texted me drunk at 6:03, 7:59, 8:04, 8:14, 8:56, 9:31, and 9:32. Treasurer Andy Dillon filed his own petition for a PPO in which he wrote, Carol Dillon's threats of violence and injury against me and attempts to damage my career have accelerated since the divorce finalized. Carol Dillon has made false postings on the internet and direct with my employer to terminate my employment. Carol Dillon is in possession of a firearm, and I justly fear her use of it. Andy Dillon goes on to say Mrs. Dillon seized my state of Michigan cell phone. It was only retrieved with assistance of the Michigan State Police. Mrs. Dillon followed up with text messages that she sent to me containing threats to kill me. You're going to die now, expletive. Mrs. Dillon threatened, my goal in life is to expletive your life. The threats and the text messages are real. I fear for my physical safety. Andy and Carol Dillon were married in 1991. They were divorced in March of this year. Dillon also wrote in his PPO petition that Mrs. Dillon told him, if I see you walking to the house again, I will throw a knife at you. And you show your face anywhere near this house, I will physically expletive. Mrs. Dillon has posted or caused to be posted scores of communications intended to destroy my reputation, good name, and career. Now we got a statement this afternoon on behalf of Andy Dillon. He apologizes to police and prosecutors who had to deal with these unfounded allegations, and he goes on to say the situation is profoundly sad for everyone. Stephen, Carolyn?
And as you pointed out, it's also quite toxic. It sounds like a mess that we're hearing. The drama has now really kind of gone beyond Andy and Carol Dillon, as these things often do.
It actually has, Stephen. This lawsuit was filed yesterday. This is from the executive administrator to Treasurer Andy Dillon, a woman who says Carol Dillon posted on her Facebook page that this woman was having an affair with Andy Dillon. She says it's false, and she's now suing for defamation.
All right, Jim Kirshner, thank you so much. We'll keep an eye on this story. And, of course, Andy Dillon is an important figure in this whole bankruptcy scheme, so definitely worth watching what's happening with